Hi, I just thought I'd do an epilogue to the Another Assessment Hell series. Um, as anyone who's seen the last video, the one I put up on the 15th of September, um, in which I actually opened up my DWP brown envelope and got a good result. Some people may think that that's the end of the story. Although, as I said in that last video, the assessment process continues and continues. But there is still a fallout, even on a good result, because in the last 12 days, I still jump whenever a brown envelope comes through my letterbox. I still am pacing up and down, waiting to see the postman turn up outside my building. And then I'm worried about what he may be putting through my letterbox. Is it another brown envelope? Is the DWP going to backtrack on their decision? So I thought I'd do this epilogue because people have to understand that even though the assessment process is hard, the fallout from that process, even if you get a good result, is still more stress and more worry. I've had a good result. I am not going to say that I haven't. But it's not just the assessment process and the post-assessment process worry, because you're worrying about, are they going to try and assess me again in rapid succession? And judging by some of the people who've posted comments on Facebook on these videos, someone had, I think they said, 5 assessments in 2 years. So there's that stress. There's the stress of, are they going to send me a brown envelope with a, sorry, we made a mistake, and actually we're taking away your benefit rather than giving you what you had, or in my case, being put into the higher rate category. So this never ends. But then, because of the benefit cap, the housing benefit that I get, and as I keep saying, I don't want to be on benefits at all, but while I am worried about everything about financial security. So although I had a good result and it looked like I might actually become financially more secure, my housing benefit and council tax benefits now have to be recalculated based on the fact that I've got a higher income. So whereas I have now been put in the support group of ESA, which is basically because my care needs have increased, I need more money to pay for the care that I need. The benefit cap may affect my housing benefit and council tax benefits to such a degree that I'm either not so better off, or I may not be better off at all. I may be back to where I started. I don't know this just yet, and this is a worry. So even if you get a good result, the stress and anxiety and everything that comes with being, unfortunately, at the moment, dependent on the system that I paid into while I was working, that each bit affects another bit, and the knock-on effect could be that my problems are either or my situation is not as good as it could be because my benefits have gone up, because it's affected it may affect my other benefits that might knock it back down. I may still be better off, but it won't be as better off to take care of my care needs. This comes at a time when the local authority that I live in, Thurrock, which is run by the Tories, are using a backdoor loophole to increase rents at a time when their own government, their own party is in national government, Tory-led government, have said that they are decreasing rents, council rents, by 1%. But through the back door, Thurrock Council are raising council rents by, and I have to take my ex-wife and myself as examplers here. My ex-wife's rent is going up by about 5%. I can't remember the exact figure. And my rent is going up by 7.667%. And that's the closest I could get to it. The decimal points probably change a little bit, but that's as close as I could get to it. So actually, a Tory council are backtracking on a commitment that their Westminster brethren have put in their pledges, and this at a time when my increase in ESA may affect the housing and council tax benefits, which mean although my rent has already gone up, and I don't pay a lot of rent, I admit that, but I do pay some. I pay towards my rent, as everyone on benefits does. Anyone on housing benefit, it doesn't pay it all, you have to pay some. So at a time when my rent has already gone up because of this backdoor increase, my increase in my ESA that is meant to help me pay for my care needs may affect my council tax and housing benefits, which may drag my income back closer to what I was getting in the work-related activity group. So I am not trying to get sympathy. What I'm trying to do is illustrate the fact that different things are still in motion. There are changes to benefits which may be good, but they will affect other benefits which may cancel out the good. And this is the system we've got at the moment, and I just thought it would be advantageous or interesting to follow up the assessment stuff with the fact that 12 days after a good result, I am still worried. I am not the only one. I am in a much better position than a lot of other people. So, like I keep saying in all my videos, I'm not trying to get sympathy for me. What I'm trying to do is use my story to highlight what's going on for other people. There are lots of people who are worse off than I am. I know that, and I am not trying to get sympathy. I'm not asking to go boo-hoo. oh, he's in such a terrible position. I am in a much better position than a lot of other people on benefits, but I can only tell my own story authoritatively. On that point, though, I would like to say that if anyone would like me to cover their story, you would have to prove to me that you really are having problems, and this is only because I don't want this to become tainted by people trying to fake stuff to discredit me. So if you can prove that you've got this sort of crap going on under the assessment process or under benefits, contact me, show me the evidence, tell me your story, and I will try and shoot a video on it. Because I've told my story, I would like to try and start telling others. As on the other videos, if you give a toss about the crap system and how it's treating people with disabilities or long-term illnesses, or if I start doing the other videos, people on JSA and stuff like that, if you care about us and how the system is treating us, then please share this video as widely as possible. I'm not doing it to make a name for myself, because quite frankly, I believe that none of us are that important. All I'm doing is trying to educate people by telling my story. And if I can, in the future, highlight the problems that other people are going through, then I'd like to do that too. So, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the flip side.